announcement from Ben.
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us and IndyWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Just pro wrestling news podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. It is the Monday Mayhem Warriors. I am Mike Sorg at Sorgatron here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I have with me my digital life mate. Sorry. So Chachi and I do the heterosexual life mate thing, like the Jay and Silent Bob thing, and I got that in my head because I was expecting him to join us. And really, you are kind of my digital hetero life mate here.
I appreciate that.
Mad Mike out of Beacon, New York.
Hey, yo. Had to do it. I don't have the hair for it.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
not
you.
nearly as cool. But
I really don't think I could pull it off nearly as well, so we'll just leave it at that.
I mean, you have the you can at least pull the hair back. You
I
can
pull the
probably
hair
do it
back.
a
Yeah,
little-
no, I got the...
You can do it a little bit better than I
well,
can.
you realize my entire life, my goal in life was to, especially when I started graying at the young age of 26, because my job was driving me insane. That's why I work for myself now. I just wanted in my life to have a great silver deal and have good gray long hair that looked as good as Kevin Nash's.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've been doing pretty well with it. Thankfully I got the right side of the genes, and it's still there, and it's growing out again. Thank you, COVID, for that, because it might not have happened if not. And I'm realizing I spent 10 years not knowing what to do with my head. And now I'm just like, oh no, this is the thing. This is my comfort space. Is this thing going on with my head right now? So my wife complimented my beard a couple weeks ago.
Excellent.
That never happens. What was that? So I don't know. So I guess something's working for me. So
yeah, I may be, because I haven't had my haircut since my second wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So
second wedding.
Yeah,
Second wedding. Second wedding. Same wife. We want to qualify that.
Yeah, she's so nice I had to marry her twice.
We are.
Booyah!
I mean, we're talking about a world around professional wrestling where second wedding definitely means a different wife. Oh, you know
Not
what I mean?
necessarily.
No? What are we talking about?
Triple H and Stephanie.
Did they do a second wedding?
Yeah, they did.
Well, okay. Wait, they had a
And
TV
Miz
wedding.
and Maurice also have wedding renewal.
They did do
ceremony.
that. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Second weddings happen all the time. So.
You're right. Well, we did do a vow renewal thing, but ourselves. So looking forward to that. I hope there's also Mellow Mike's being served at that. So.
Yes.
So. Anyways, welcome to a wrestling show of some sort. This is a podcast. Check out everything at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. I never do an intro. We just kind of do this show. We just Monday's like
just roll.
Monday's just like the We Don't Care show, but we end up talking about more wrestling than any other of the shows we do here. So I mean, I'm hardly interviewing anybody anymore because I'm bored and busy, and I just I'm too scared to ask Killer Cross if he wants to be on a podcast. He's just
I wouldn't do that.
He was a nice gentleman. Actually, he was very nice. He was very nice that night. So, well, him versus I don't know what else, but I
would just ask him all about Lucha Underground. That's basically it.
You know what? Did I tell you about my Marty the Moth fanboying where I completely and I'm still coming off of being sick. So I will take a little bit of that, but I asked him the legit question of what his title was going to be, and completely started talking about how we did a Lucha Underground podcast and had a lot of the guys, but I couldn't remember anybody's name, and just and realized, oh no, I'm still talking, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm just gonna walk away now, and I did this in front of the Savage Gentleman and in front of Marty, and I'm just I'm just walking away. This is why I don't talk to anybody at these shows, because I'm worried about being, after all this time, I'm just I'm not nervous to be around these people, right? I don't get not don't say I don't care, but it's like I'm used to it, right? I'm just like, hey, just like a guy that I just saw on TV last week, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So that's just the world we live in. I mean, you live in a similar world, right? You just kind of become numb to it. But I also am like, I don't have anything of value to say to this person. I'm not going to try just to say I've had a conversation with this person. You know what I mean? Like
It's
not,
like the verbal equivalent of you don't know what to do with your hands.
exact. It really is. And like it's not important enough for me to go attempt to have a conversation with Thunder Rosa unless I really have something to say to her, and it's something around something like, and not that I've had a brief couple words with her, you know, but it's just like, hey, Marty the Moth, what the fuck is your title tonight, right? Hey, Josh Woods, you know, what do we do with the pure rules? Is it this, and this, and what do I need to set up for you? You know, like production notes I need sometimes. I need to chase somebody down, right? But I'm so insulated at Warrior Wrestling because I'm doing my thing up there. Everything's so well laid out that I don't have to chase a wrestler down because I can get on a horn and call somebody to do it, or it's already in a sheet for me. You know, because the production's so good there. Right. But now this has just turned into another Warrior Love podcast. I apologize.
Sorg, what you have to do is you have to learn the skill that I've developed. I've developed it going to many Comic-Cons.
Yeah, so I don't do that anymore. I think. You know, the last thing I did was, and just because I freaking knew her, I went up and talked to Britt when she was in town.
Okay.
You know, it just like, but it's like I know her, right, from all those years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm like
that's,
hey, you know, listen, if I walk up to a wrestler and they give me a hug, we good.
Yeah, exactly. So I went to a 90s con this past weekend.
Yeah.
And I've gone to so many conventions over the years and met like a lot of random people in like official / unofficial capacities, and like you have to master what's called the 5-second blurb. If you can get a 5-second blurb out there that maybe sparks a good 2-minute conversation and then everything's good, that's it. That's all you need to do.
So okay, I got you. And the problem is if I run into somebody, like if I have the opportunity, I'm not staying in line waiting and thinking my blurb. You know what I mean? Because
I plan these out. I know
you plan those, yeah, but also you're there to do that, right? So it's literally like I'm just in a room with these people, turn a corner, and there's fucking, I don't know, Psycho Clown or something. Well,
I think you know what to say to him now.
I do have some words for it. Or Frank the Clown. You know. I'm not going to get too into it, but I can just say, in the matter of 10 minutes, say in the matter of about a half an hour, I had both a positive and a negative experience with 2 different clowns in professional wrestling, and this is my world right now. So, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
And also, just looking at my contact list on my phone is probably insane right now. I'm sorry, I'm coming down off the weekend here. So
no, it's okay. I also just look at like the people I may know on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, I don't know them. I'd like to, so that's weird. But I've had like Britt Baker pop up. Danhausen popped up on my Facebook. I'm like, I don't know Danhausen.
It's one of those like. Apparently, I've had more conversations with Danhausen than I'm aware of. So, and I wouldn't even like broach the idea to like talk to him now because I'm like, oh, he's in another. I feel like when you're gonna, I'm like, you're not a person that has time for me, kind of thing, right? Because not that you're like don't give a shit about me, but I'm just like you got more important things to do. I do not expect you to have the time to say hi or anything like that. I mean, that's me though, but I'm also don't expect anybody to remember me when I walk backstage. You know what I mean? If I'm like everybody's shaking hands and I still say my name and then let them say, oh yeah, I know you from so-and-so, right? So, but anyways, I'm sorry, that aside, but I mean, that's, it's one of those things. Also, I completely experienced somebody fanboying to me and Joe this weekend. And I was
really?
Yes. And it was a weird experience. A positive experience, but it was somebody was a huge fan. It was somebody who was training, and they were a huge fan of Pro Wrestling Ohio, and because it was on Sports Time Ohio and on the cable systems over there, right? and he was just like, it brought me back to wrestling and this and you know, he knew I was involved with the video, and really I was there for a cup of coffee, but still, you know, and the troubled times, but and it was just really strange. And I know, I know that meant a lot to Joe. It took me off guard. You know, I don't consider myself a part of PWO history, but I realized I probably did more there than I remembered. But it was just weird. And twice this week, I've been kind of called out for things I did more than 10 years ago, and it's been really peculiar to me. So I don't know what that vibe is, but it's been really interested and appreciated, I guess I can say. So, anyways, unfortunately, none of them are for this show, and I think I know why. But that's enough. But that's enough about us. I don't know what this show is anymore.
Raw wasn't that interesting.
Yes, I'm sorry. I am really decompressing from
and honestly, the
crazy
weekend of wrestling. What like mainstream wrestling is kind of depressing stuff.
It is. It is. Honestly, I think the biggest things happening, like it looked like GCW was pretty wild. Because I was talking to the producer on that show, Mike Moran, a little bit yesterday. And I keep seeing the gifs, and they look fucking great. And I didn't realize, like, oh, this is the show at center stage where WCW was. Like, I'm like, dude, you worked center stage? That's fucking awesome. But in Georgia and stuff, right? And that's wild. But that's where it's at. Indie wrestling is the thing. The next two things pop up on Fight that after AEW pay-per-view was like, hey, go get Warrior Wrestling, go get GCW, right? Because that was the thing. So, I mean, almost mainstream at this point, I feel. They were cutting promos Hey, we filmed a promo for Dynamite. Thunder Rosa was calling out Britt Baker, and it was pretty wild. So,
wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So let's get into it. Obviously, Big E is the first news item from the weekend. I saw the tweets popping up when it happened. I saw the GIF. I think we were selling into Indianapolis when all that stuff was going down. Was that pre-taped? Was that show pre-taped?
No,
because I felt like the video popped up too quick.
No, the match was kind of early in the show, I think.
Okay, so I guess that makes a little more sense.
But it was like Ridge dropped him.
Yeah, I saw it. It looks like so.
It was bad.
It looked like
it kind of looked like what happened to Madcap Moss at the Elimination Chamber show.
So he's taking over on what was it? Probably a belly-to-belly suplex of some sort. You know, a wrap around and pull him over kind of release thing. And instead, didn't get enough rotation on it, and it looks like Big E came fully right down on the top of his head.
Mm-hmm.
And I imagine in the show they stopped immediately after that.
I believe Kofi just carried the rest of the match, and Big E was being.
Okay, it was a tag match. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that is such a tough break for Big E, because they had to been leading to something for Mania for him, right?
Well, Woods just came back over the weekend,
and Woods came back.
I'm assuming they're leading to New Day versus Sheamus.
Because they just
Sheamus, Ridge, and
Butch.
Big Butch.
If anyone's going to
probably
carry
just have a tag match, but
still, it would have been something at Mania in front of 100,000 people. So hey, it's good. They got it, right? They deserve it. They deserve to be in front of that many people, right? I mean, hell, it was how much screen time did they get when they were hosting the one year? I mean, that's cool. Not everybody has to be in the championship main event to have the appreciate being at Mania. That's for sure.
So basically, Big E fractured his C1 and C6 vertebra, and DP in the chat saying it's lucky that Big E's neck was so muscular, and
it's kind of the Brock Lesnar thing, right?
Yep. But I read one report. Again, I'm not a doctor. I read this report from another doctor.
Yes, you're a different kind of scientist.
Yes. A lot of times those vertebrae don't heal properly, and if they heal improperly, that might be the end of his wrestling career.
Shit.
Which would fucking suck.
Yeah, for everything. Yeah.
I mean, but I mean, even if it would be the end of his wrestling career, if he's able to just be healthy,
Yes.
you know,
It's the first thing.
you take what you can get.
That's the first thing. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And plus, Big E, like, in any capacity of professional wrestling, if he wanted to be an announcer, if he wanted to be a manager,
Mm-hmm.
any kind of thing he wanted to do, he'd be wonderful at because he's a fantastic performer.
And so, and it's so, I mean, and we were living in a world where didn't we think the same thing of Edge 10 years ago? And Daniel Bryan. Well, it wasn't a neck, I know, but like, so, like,
yeah.
I feel like we're in a world with, you know, it's a never say never, and it's a, like, I mean, there's 3 people wrestling right now that shouldn't have been wrestling. Edge, Christian, and Daniel Bryan. Right?
Yeah.
Like, for all accounts, were written off, you know, years
I mean,
ago.
hell, Austin's going to come back.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Granted, he's not having an official match.
No. I don't expect him, you know, if we had a match, I don't expect it to be a technical classic by any means. It's going to be a spot fest, you know, the best of Steve Austin and Kevin Owens, right?
Yeah.
Who can outstunner each other, right? So, which is, I'm here for it. That's okay. You know, I don't expect a Rock Austin classic from 17, right? That's okay, you know? I don't expect Sting and Ric Flair from Clash of the Champions at their age if they're popping up, right? Or so long out of their prime, you know. But they do something of quality that makes you appreciate them. You know, not every 62-year-old can jump off of a balcony, but whatever.
Well, no, to be fair, every 62-year-old can jump off the balcony.
Once.
Not many can walk away.
Yes,
not
once.
many can walk away.
I don't know.
Not many can do it comfortably.
Have we seen Sting since? Yeah, he was on Dynamite, wasn't he? So okay, he is walking away. Okay.
Yeah, he was on Dynamite giving really weird eyes at Jeff Hardy because that never ends poorly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's a different age, and hopefully people have learned a bit. So, and I'm sure
I don't know about that.
You know, I know you kind of call out Hardy a little bit on being kind of a shithead, and yeah.
Oh, and AEW about it too.
And AEW, okay.
Because they've been playing it up. I'm like,
whoa, what have they been playing up? What are you talking about?
They've been playing up Matt's erratic behavior.
Yes, they have been. Well, wait a minute, because the story is he got fucked out of WWE because they didn't.
No, he didn't. Jeff played WWE.
He played WWE?
Yes.
So help me with the facts. From what I understand, Jeff had that weird night where he walked away. There was a drug test.
Where he was unprofessional, left during a match, left through the crowd,
yes,
and looked disoriented.
Yes. Which, I mean...
By all accounts, both like backstage people saying it and people in the crowd.
Okay. So there's that. Other than footage, I think anecdotal on
I think
that.
there was footage.
Other than the footage,
Yeah.
Which I feel, you don't know. I mean, maybe the dude got diarrhea. Who the fucking knows? But it was weird they went through the crowd. I agree with that. But then there was supposedly a drug test that did not come up with a positive result.
Right, yeah.
But he was still fired.
Well, he was offered rehab because they believed there to be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
He rejected that offer of rehab, and then he was fired.
Right.
That's why.
And is there any confirmation that he is currently now? Please, if you are an addict, and Jeff is an addict.
No, but you know what? Even if he's totally clean.
Yes.
Even if he's totally clean, he did that purpose.
I cannot agree that is a fact.
Then why do it?
You never had a bad day at work? So, I mean...
It's a little different.
It's a house show. He didn't walk off on TV,
Yeah, but it's still a little different.
It's a little different. He's a performer. I get it. He
could have just laid down for the rest of the match and not been involved.
Maybe he's like, I'm about to shit my pants.
No, Sorg, that's not it.
Maybe it is. You do.
No,
why do you know?
If it was that, then you come out and say that because that's funny.
maybe there's something else wrong with him. That
wrestlers are never short of having a story where they almost shit their pants.
That's right. I did have that conversation with Blue Meanie that one time.
I'm sure every wrestler has a story about them almost shitting their pants in the ring.
Same with every podcaster. But anyways,
it's just fishy.
We did just
and the fact that Matt was right there, ready to say Jeff's fine, and then AEW starts making references.
They live on the same plot of land. Of course, he's going to be there to defend him.
Yes,
it's not like these guys don't see each other because they work in different companies. They come home and wave across the yard, okay, and pass Jeff's motocross volcano.
When you have a history of multiple relapses and sloppy, unprofessional work when you are having problems.
Okay.
That's something you don't take advantage of if you're truly not having problems.
I don't believe that an advantage was taken of this. And we're going to disagree, and I don't want to go down a rabbit hole and take half a show on this. But I disagree. Okay. I will not... I don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater on somebody who has an addiction problem. And when you have an addiction problem, you are always an addict and at risk for relapse, regardless, right? I don't care how long of a chip you've got.
Like I've heard people say there's no such thing as a recovered addict.
That is, you are a recovering addict for the rest of your life. Yeah. I mean, there's our friend of Fishing Without Bait. I think he just celebrated 25 years clean.
That's awesome.
And still refers to himself as a recovering addict. Right. So I'm saying, now I know you believe some ill will in the situation, that it was a taking advantage of the situation in the history. I disagree, but I am also I'm very much a benefit of the doubt, and that gets me fucked a couple of times. But let's be honest about it. But in this case, I think I think something did happen. I think something was not right with him. I think it's not necessarily a relapse, but some people made some weird decisions. It's a giant corporate whatever the fuck, So and they made a decision.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything more about it. I think it's shitty.
So we have this. How did we even get to this? We were talking about Big E.
Sting.
Oh, Sting. Side eye.
Sting.
All right. Well, maybe they'll have their match again and make up for that thing. Just like how Hogan had to get his win back from the Warrior in WCW. Anyways, for WrestleMania 6. Jeez.
Yeah, because that didn't turn out poorly either.
No. Something with the Ultimate Warrior and whatever. And Tina's saying the same thing. Burnout, and mental health. That can make you do some weird things. Trust me. So, because we did have that with Toni Storm, who pretty much quit after a house show randomly. So, and I have not. She's probably done a podcast by now, right? I don't have a history. What? Okay. Chat room's interesting. So Scott Hall. Let's talk about that for a moment. That was the other big news from the weekend. Scott Hall, unfortunately, and Scott. I don't think I've met or shot Scott. I don't think I was at the show that he was at because I know Matt was doing. I don't know, maybe I was. I fucking can't remember. I know Matt Carlin's interviewed him for this show, and he apparently went in for hip surgery. There's some complications and blood clots, and through the course of it, I think they said he suffered like 3 heart attacks. They was taken off of life support today. I think fought it for at least 4 hours from what I was seeing on Twitter and passed.
From what I saw, I think Sean Waltman said he was off life support from noon.
Mm-hmm. Passed at 6 p.m. Pacific time. 9 o'clock for the rest of us, except for Brandon. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm being very geocentrist over here, aren't I? I'm the geographical asshole over here.
Wait, that can't be right. That he passed around 6 Pacific time.
That's 9.
Because Raw opened with an in-memory graphic.
Well, you know, daylight savings. I don't know. I don't fucking know.
But anyway, I did meet Scott Hall once when I was a child.
Mm-hmm.
He did an autograph signing at the local video store here. Remember those? Before a house show in Poughkeepsie.
Mm.
He was a very nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like really, really cool. There's a picture somewhere in my mom's house. I'm pretty sure. I don't know where it is. I'll probably find it at some point in the next 10 years. But he was a very nice guy, extremely tall. I remember he had the most 90s shirt on you'll ever see. But yeah, and also
well, it was the 90s, right?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
so.
But I was also at the ECW house show.
No,
that he was at.
No,
Yes.
that's right.
Yeah. So everyone,
That video just popped up.
I saw at least 5 or 6 people tweeting the video of him coming out to the Fruities, Ready or Not.
Yeah.
And I looked at that. I'm like, seems really familiar. And I looked up on Cage Match. I'm like, Scott Hall ECW. I'm like, I thought so. I was at that show when he fought Just Incredible.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it was wild because he was basically unannounced.
Yeah.
Because it was an ECW house show. It wasn't anything like spectacular. It was for their 2 a.m. TV taping.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was really, really great. The place went ape shit.
Mm-hmm.
The place went absolutely ape shit. And it was in 2000, so it was like toward the end of ECW too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was really, really cool.
Yep, I've been really I want to say enjoying considering the situation, but I have, because a lot of people were talking about their memories and, you know, wrestlers that were inspired by him, and that's been pretty fantastic. And I love that, you know, he went out on such a positive note, being that, you know, he was, you know, in recovery and had been clean for a bit, that we're aware of. You know, I'm sure, I can't remember if him or Jake had a relapse a few years ago. I think it's in that movie that they put out. But you know, again, it's a hard road and stuff, right? And it's a guy that, like, you know, both him and Jake, right, that have had, you know, they were kind of like the, man, fuck this guy, he's a mess, you know, 10 years ago. And I think we all had the stories of those, or had people on here telling the stories of, like, yeah, Scott Hall did this thing that one time, or Jake did this one time and they got him cocaine or whatever, right? And you know, good to see that those of us that were inspired by somebody like Scott Hall, in the early or late 90s, you know, I'd say probably at the height of his career, and potentially got to be re-inspired by him in the last several years, for what he conquered, you know, and everything that with him, and to see him. I mean, I don't know about you, like, I think I told about here, like, when last time I was at WrestleMania 29, seeing Jake the Snake Roberts. Oh God, that was 10 years ago. Good on him for being, you know, upright this long. Seeing him like happily jogging up and down the aisles, you know, and just a big smile on his face after, like, seeing him a couple years before, and just seeing the other Jake at a indie show, right? And the stories that we had with J-Rock's incident with him, I think in Cleveland probably. You know, it's so great to see, you know, Scott in the, you know, the ring of Meadville here for us locally, you know, and being happy out there and just being him and with the fans again. You know, that's just you know, it gives you a little hope for things, you know, as bad as things can get, you know, or for something like that. So, or anybody that has a problem like that, you know, mental addiction, whatever the case may be, right? So it's good to see. Tina is saying an interesting watch is his stuff from AWA is such a difference between the then and the WWF, WCW stuff. Yeah, I haven't seen. I mean, I've seen some random matches where he has the mustache.
Okay, I'm going to.
Is it on the cock?
Oh, it's probably not. I'm going to post, because I remember the first time I was working at WWE when we were getting ready for the network and everything.
Mm-hmm.
There was a video that we watched all the time. I'm going to post it in our group.
Okay.
It is a music video for the 1986 Wrestle Rock Rumble.
Yes. Oh, he's in that. Which I know that was on the network. I don't know if it's come over yet, but
I don't know. I don't know if it's in Peacock, but
dude, I have like not even cared to look. I'm like, oh, I should go see if this matches. You're never gonna find it's Peacock. It's so sad, man. It's so sad. Oh, they still have ICW though. Man, I should watch some of that.
Just someone find a VPN and roll.
Find a
that
VPN
way.
that works, because the ExpressVPN stopped. Like our trainer, our explainer on the YouTube's outdated. So and I don't know if I should.
I did just post it in the chat room, the video for the Wrestle Rock Rumble.
I can tell you, my VPN worked for the Revolution pay-per-view. If they think I'm in Canada,
Excellent.
am I allowed to say that? Are they gonna? I hope they don't cancel my account. I do a lot of work for them. That's a conundrum, isn't it? So.
Oh, it is now that you say it out loud.
They don't. I'm sure.
No one pays attention.
I'm sure
to
Mike
this
and
show.
Keith don't watch this show. I'm about to get a fucking message. It's about WhatsApp. Hey, what the fuck did you do? Don't stop talking about that. Although it was, I will say I did get to see it. I did get to pay, I think, $10 less to see it. But I'm pretty sure I tried a VPN and hop into my Fight account. I cannot see the pay-per-view anymore in there. So I don't know what that means. But still, I got to see it, right? So it's, who cares? Like I got, if it goes away, like last I knew, Bleacher Report was not guaranteeing you keep the shows. Although I think they're in there, but fuck that place.
And Bleacher Report sucks anyway.
They suck. They suck. I suck.
Yes, but
I want HBO to start doing pay-per-views, so they'll pick them up.
One thing we do have to praise Scott Hall for. He was the first person to hand Goldberg his first loss. Technically.
Oh, he was. He was. Hey, you're gonna love this. I'm in Peacock, and I searched for Peacock because I forgot I was in that and not in the iPad search. Because that's where we're at right now. Like, guys, I got back late tonight, and I had to listen to Joe Dabrowski talk about himself for like 3 hours, and it was just, on top of the car ride, like 2 other people. So, I'm a little wild right now. Plus, he made me listen to Alvin and the Chipmunks. Everybody, please, everybody that's listening to this show right now, can you do me a favor? Can you get your Twitter machine out? Can you at Joe, I believe it's Joe_Dabrowski. I'll leave the spelling up to you. And just please just tweet him.
Sorry.
Whoa, hold on.
Dave just got to my favorite part.
Okay.
DP just said, "Oh my, those trunks coming out of the pool."
Oh, it's in the chat room.
He's exactly right.
Text Joe Dabrowski and be like, WTF on Alvin the Chipmunks at 16 speed.
Oh no, that sounds great.
Oh boy, it is something.
That sounds.
He made me listen to Call Me, and I can't remember the other one is, but
it Wooly Bully?
No, it wasn't Willy Willy. It's on YouTube Music, and but it's on YouTube, and it's like the entire album. It's like an hour or something, and it's slow and gothy. And it's like, so he played like these 2 songs for me. We were just leaving the seminar in Columbus yesterday, and driving out there, doing the show, doing this. I was just my head was just fucking tired, right? And he's showing me this thing, and I'm just like, Joe, you need to turn this off. I can't function right now with this. It was just, I was slowing down with the music. Like, I kept slowing down the car on the highway with the music. And I'm like, no, this is dangerous. Put on something else. Anyways, the Witch Doctor? Oh, I don't know. Please don't. Please don't.
I told the Witch Doctor.
But the music with it, and then they recorded it. They slowed down the music, to sing to speed it up to Chipmunk speed, right? So now you have this you still have this mismatched music to, like, all of it's slow, right? But at different, quotients. I don't.
Sorg, if you want to get revenge on Joe for this.
Oh, I have a lot of things I can get. I should get revenge on Joe for putting me through. So
what you need to do is you need to find one of our previous Christmas episodes.
Okay.
and find the year I did the Chipmunks Christmas song.
Oh fuck!
But
We'll
in
put it on
all
16
different,
speed.
but in all different terrible voices.
Okay.
Because I believe I did. Dusty was Dave Seville.
Oh jeez.
I want to say I did Santino, Macho Man, and
I feel like he won't appreciate that. But I
no,
will
but
put,
it doesn't matter. You
But,
just have to
no,
force
because I
him
just
to
need to put him through it. Yeah.
Yeah, you just put him through his paces.
You're right.
You know.
You're right. You're right.
Got to pay his dues.
I mean, at least he didn't do to me what he did to AJ Alexander, where he was watching and explained as he was watching Titanic, and then had to sing the song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he do a penny whistle?
Ask him on Twitter at Joe_Dabrowski on Twitter.
Okay.
All right. Get that out there. Get that out there.
Oh,
Ask
boy.
Joe. He's awake. Trust me, he's awake.
Oh, he's always awake.
He's
But there are very few people I see tweeting currently when I'm awake at night.
He's one of
and
them.
Joe Dombrowski's one of them.
Yeah, he's like a noon till 4 a.m. kind of guy. That's when the business gets done, I think.
The witching hour.
Yes. Yeah, and then I'm picking you up on noon. He's like, why do you hate me? I'm like, noon? Are you kidding me? So, he's got his thing. It was good catching up with Joe. I haven't had a road trip with Joe in forever. So, I'm like, how's MLW? Give Mil Muertes a hug for me. Things like that.
Oh boy! Hey,
actually,
Sorg,
I got a good Mill story I got to tell you after the show.
Okay,
it's not that bad.
You know what else we should talk about?
Hmm.
We should talk about a video game.
There was a video game. I bought the first mainline WWE game since 12.
Well, your first.
Yes.
Your first one since the
yes, my first one since 12. Because I was like, every year is like, this is a badass commercial. I'm not gonna drop $60 on this game. I'm waiting for it to come down in price. Then I didn't care when it did. And then I got 16 on gold for free. And I was like, I don't know about this game. Let's move on. I'm just going to play WWE All-Stars on the Wii. I'm just going to play this Battleground game that came out that I kind of like. That's just how I'm going to go. I'm going to play Chikara Action Arcade. Oops, it's not Chikara anymore. Still a cool game.
I still want them to come out with another version of WWE Crush Hour.
Yep, there is that, and
I still want that.
I did love that there was a every WWE game ranked, and Crush Hour was on it. So,
was it top 5? Because it should be.
I do not think so.
It should have been top 5.
But also, this thing.
I'm not gonna say top 3 because I understand.
This thing was also separating like versions of the same game across platforms. Like Raw vs. SmackDown 2008, so it was like really kludgy and big. Like it was over.
Oh, okay. I want to look for.
But man,
I love shit
man,
like that. I gotta find
they
it.
love Day of Reckoning. So
Day of Reckoning is great.
That's what I hear. But it was WWE 2K.
Day of Reckoning is great, and Day of Reckoning 2 is really fun because you actually commit murder in Day of Reckoning 2.
Yes, exactly.
You actually do a murder.
You do a murder.
You do a murder because you have to beat random security guards and construction workers, and you throw them off ledges.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure they die.
Or, well, I mean, Rey Mysterio just proved that's not always a fact.
No, Rey Mysterio landed on a lower concourse. This is air for these people.
Rey Mysterio is a zombie, you cowards. Anyways,
Rey Mysterio, he's the one that's not locked up in a cage
He's died a couple of times, huh? Anyways, speaking of Rey Mysterio, this game. I was talking to somebody today.
we got back there.
Yeah. Who was I just talking to about it? It was, what the hell? Who did I talk to today?
I don't know. It wasn't me.
I was talking to somebody. I was just like, there's a lot to do in this game, right? Like,
yeah.
It feels like it going into it, like you got your GM mode. I haven't explored everything. Also, like the online was down for all the pre-release first.
It's back up though. It's back up.
Yeah, I started getting it like Thursday night, and then I was on the road, so I couldn't do anything else. I was playing, bro. Tell you what, I've been playing 2K. What's up? What am I looking at?
Look what I did.
Yeah, I was saying I can't. We can't really see
I
that.
made Los Guerreros for
Yes.
2022.
Yes.
And yes, that is Dominic in there.
You got Dominic Shaw. Is it Vicky in there as well?
Dominic Shaw, Vicky, Chavo, and Eddie.
I love it. I
The
love it.
way it should be.
So
and yes, Dominic has the lowrider.
I mostly, oh yeah, I love that intro. I mostly was just playing single matches. We had Mason and Carlins and Rob over Thursday, and we streamed a little bit. But then I went home and I sat down and played GM mode with my wife. I can't tell you the last time I sat down with my wife in a video game. And I was like, hey, we were just playing this on the stream. It's kind of like a big iPhone app. And she's like, let's try it. And we played like 5 weeks up to the first pay-per-view. And she was getting into it. She was getting into it pretty good, actually.
Who is winning?
I think I'm winning right now.
Okay.
So, I mean, not by a lot, you know, but it's pretty good. I'm also spending like all of my money every week on things. So, but also I'm starting to figure out the like, okay, I got to do these cards. Okay, this card means this thing's free and things like that. Like, it took me a minute to like, okay, this is the system. I got to look out for these things, you know. But, you know, play with heel face stuff, listen to the messages and all that. And so, it's like even that's good. I'm just like, I never imagined I would enjoy a GM game. I tried the AEW one. It was like I tried the, you know, we had the what was the wrestling manager game that we talked to? They're still doing like an.
Wasn't it called Wrestling Manager?
There is Wrestling Manager, but I thought there was another one too that did the '80s thing. Maybe it was them, but. You know, it's not my bag usually, like that whole kind of fantasy wrestling thing. But like this one got me. You know, the presentation worked. Also, the fake social media is kind of entertaining in the text messages. So,
from what I hear, the My Rise has fake social media all over it.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've been seeing some screen caps and stuff, and I'm enjoying watching everybody with the screen caps. I'm enjoying seeing there's a lot of creator wrestlers. I saw there's already an RWA ring.
I've downloaded a bunch of games.
Yeah. So but even just the core game, and I did get the deluxe to get it early. I understand you got you got a bigger one than I did. You got like the NWO pack, right?
I got the NWO pack. Yes, I did.
Did you know that when you got that code?
I did not know that. I was pleasantly surprised.
You're just like, oh, whatever. I'll probably have the basic game because I got this through, you know. Fortunate
means and ways.
Can we just say fortunate legal means so nobody thinks that we're dancing around something totally weird
legal.
Like my Canadian
totally
fight account?
Yeah, no. I just got a code, you know, and it was the NWO edition. I'm like, oh, hello. Hi.
The most expensive.
This is wonderful.
This is the first time I spent $100 for a video game. That was a hard swallow. But honestly, like, worth it.
It's fun. I have to say, it's fun.
It's fun. And also I know it's kind of shitty that they do this. But also knowing I'm going to have the Xbox One S or Series version. I'm still not used to the nomenclature here. And so, you know, I have it cool, you know. I'm hoping to get a new Xbox in the near future to upgrade everything. But so good to know that that's connected. And I say it's just sitting down with it right off the bat. It was just easy to play. You know, like I know we were talking about wanting to do the tutorial, and it's all over. I've seen them all over the other stuff, and I want to go through the tutorial, Mike. I just literally haven't had a lot of sit down time with this game.
The tutorial takes like 5 minutes.
But I just didn't want to dedicate to it because sometimes those things are like, and
oh yeah, no, this is a very quick tutorial.
Good.
Yeah, it's very
so like there's that. I started fussing around to see about the is Universe mode the one where you have to create a character, or is it My Rise?
My Rise is with your created character.
My Rise is that. What is the card one?
Universe mode is where it's just like set up your WWE universe and it just plays out.
Oh, that's right. You set it up and you're like dropping them. I was playing a little bit of that. I was I think I was walking wild and doing some random matches on NXT or something as the tag team with Raw
Mendoza.
Yes. Escobar looking on. So that's just like a nice drop-in thing, and then there's the one with the created character kind of story, and then there's this card game of sorts. Well, it's not a card game, but you get the cards, and those are the wrestlers you have.
That's in GM mode, I think.
That's not GM mode. That's a different one. I think that's My Rise. Am I wrong?
Oh, all right. I haven't played everything yet.
Hold on.
I went through all of Showcase mode.
Let me boot up my Xbox at home and see what this is. Maybe it's Showcase. I'm thinking.
Showcase is just playing.
Oh, that's
through
right. That's
Rey
right.
Mysterio's
That's right.
career.
And even that, I love that, playing the Halloween Havoc thing. So although of course watching those,
it's fun. It's fun to lose the Halloween Havoc mask just to see Eddie unmask Rey.
Yeah.
It's fun to do that.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Tina saying Junior had a bit of fun. Usually not his bag, but he enjoyed it and still playing. Brandon says the GM mode is his favorite so far. Brandon, I know I've been seeing. I think you've been tagging us in your tweets of some of the stuff you've been doing on there.
I need to carve out a solid 8 hours to create my character.
Is that how it goes? So I don't enjoy creating characters. You know what I mean?
No, I don't enjoy creating characters. I enjoy creating my character, and that's it.
Yeah. No.
Everything else I will download from.
Yeah, it's like I'm not gonna sit there and be like, I think Shane Taylor should be in this game, so I made like somebody out there has made it.
Someone out there.
Somebody out there is probably much better at it than I am. So I just
Sorg, it ain't hard to find. I already have like maybe 15 guys from the AEW roster.
Oh boy.
On my game.
Oh boy. Well, you mean the ones that aren't already on the game?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But I would download a CM Punk when you because I heard rumors. I don't know if they're true because I found one pretty easily that the people who are running the service were taking off CM Punks. I don't think that's true because I found them pretty easily.
Yeah, but that was early when people had pre-release copies and things like that. So I just I wouldn't like this. It was before you could buy it, and
the
play
one
it,
person the one person that's not in the game and they also announced who's coming for the DLC.
Yes.
So I'll go over that.
I can't wait.
The one person
yes
that's not coming out for DLC, and I'm a little bit upset about it. Zelina.
What? You
Queen
didn't put
Zelina.
the Queen in this?
Queen Zelina, the current one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions.
She's been back for a bit.
Not in the
too.
game.
Been back for a bit. I don't know.
Not in the game.
That's a shame.
But do you want to hear all the DLC, Sorg?
I did see it. I don't know if we need to go down the list. Can we just hit the highlights on this thing? I see Indy Hartwell is one in like the second or third pack, so I can.
Yes.
Because I was playing as Dexter Loomis, and I was like, "Where's my Indy as a manager? Where's my love story here?"
All right. Well, in April you got a lot of Samoans.
Yoko,
Umaga, and Rikishi.
Yes.
And Omos and Casey Catanzaro. Which, if you're gonna have Casey Catanzaro, why don't you also have Caden Carter? Just throwing it out there. They've been a team for a while. Then you're going to have Cactus Jack, Boogeyman, Vader, Ilya Dragunov, and Indy Hartwell in May.
Yes. Yes.
And then this is a weird one for me. Like, in June, Hurricane Helms, okay. Stacy Keibler, weird. A-Kid from NXT UK. And MSK.
Sure.
Which MSK, okay, I get. A-Kid? Really? And we can't have Zelina in the game?
Well, I again, don't say we have this guy, but we can't have this guy. Who knows how this is making happens.
It's weird. It gets weirder.
Okay.
You were talking about clowns before.
Yes.
Yeah. Biggest clown WWE, Ronda Rousey, going to be in the game in June.
Shit.
Jokes. I got jokes. I knew that would get Sorg. But also Doink the Clown is coming to the game.
My friend Doink the Clown.
Yes, Doink is going to the game. British Bulldog, Mr. T, Dewdrop, which I'm very excited about, and Rick Boogs.
Nice.
And the last DLC, RVD, Logan Paul, Machine Gun Kelly, LA Knight, Xia Li, Commander Aziz, and Saray.
Where is my Pat McAfee?
Oh, that's an excellent question. That's someone I gotta download.
Right? I mean, if he's getting a WrestleMania match,
that's a good call.
Right?
Yeah, but like, it's weird because usually you're able to recreate WrestleMania. This time you're not able to.
So I need to get a downloaded Corey Graves, and then we can have the match.
I downloaded Corey Graves actually.
Nice. Is he like announcer Corey Graves, or is he like NXT Corey Graves?
Yes.
Oh, really? Is that the
Yeah,
that
they have alternate attire for his announcer.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I need to get the Jade Cargill.
I got Jade Cargill.
Like, it was all over the first day of Twitter for 2K.
Yeah, I got Jade Cargill. I got Britt Baker. Like, yeah.
Nice. I'm
just happy that my Iconics are in the game.
I encourage you, if you know of or have made any friends of the show, let us know on the Twitter or the Facebook
please
group.
And someone make me a Zeke Mercer.
Yeah.
So I can find Mel Brooks created characters and have them beat the crap out of Zeke.
Did have
Mercer.
a little bit of a feud there. Yeah.
There was some heat over the weekend.
There was some heat. My Sunday was battling through my tweet that got over 1,000 likes, and whatever the hell was going on with this Mel Brooks back and forth between you, Tatiana, and Zeke, I think it was. Yep. Ronnie might have been in there somewhere.
Ronnie jumped in. DP jumped in afterwards. Basically, Zeke is a child. He's seen one Mel Brooks movie and thought it was average.
And Tatiana is a child with the heart of a 40-year-old.
Yes.
It's where I'm at with that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
She does wear a lot of floral prints, so it's like
that Mel Brooks is one of the greatest comedy minds ever. And Zeke's like, nah. So Sorg, the next time Zeke comes on the Mayhem show, we will not be talking wrestling. It will just be a watch along of
Blazing Saddles.
either Robin Hood Men in Tights or Blazing Saddles.
I mean, we need to. I agree with your assessment of Mel Brooks.
Yes.
I have a feeling because I watched like half of Spaceballs not too long ago, and trying to force the Spaceballs on my wife because she's never seen it before, and I was like, I'm just putting this on while you're getting ready for bed, kind of thing. I should not be talking about this, but I feel like the contextual of watching these for somebody who just is discovering them in 2022, it may be problematic. You need to go into it like that, and I don't think it holds up, and I don't think anybody seeing it is going to get it. No, I don't.
No, it does.
Mike, it holds up for you and me because we lived through that era, right? So, like,
I didn't live through Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles still holds up like a motherfucker.
Okay, but I discovered Blazing Saddles in, like, I don't know, the early 90s probably, and it was like, okay, I get this.
I think I first saw it in the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, legit. And Young Frankenstein? Come the fuck on. Like, I'm not saying every movie of Mel Brooks is a classic, because I've seen 12 Chairs. It's okay.
12 Chairs. I don't know that one.
Exactly.
Didn't he do History of the World?
Yes, he did. I have not seen that one, actually.
That one was strange, and I did not vibe with it. I also had trouble.
They're coming out of a History of the World Part 2 series on Hulu.
I can say, oh boy, here we go. Here's the tweets. Why did we tag Kevin Nash? Okay, that we were talking about him. Were we talking about him?
Yeah.
Oh, hair. That's right. DP, help me with show notes after the show here. I don't know what we talked about. But anyways, I think you are on Twitter right now, actually. But where the fuck I was going? Oh, Young Frankenstein was one I never got.
TP says Blazing Saddles is older than me and definitely still holds.
There you go. There you go. Mm-hmm. It's a time capsule, sir. So,
I guarantee
do we have to
Zeke was watching Spaceballs and he was on his phone and he was doing the Twitter machine or playing Pokemans or whatever his fucking 15-year-old self does.
15-year-old self, jeez. I mean,
yeah, I'm not dropping.
I'd do it. Like, Mike, watch what you're saying to the RSW champion Zeke Mercer.
He knows where to find me. I'm not scared of Zeke.
I don't think he does know where to find you. You're in a different state.
You say where I'm from every week.
I do. Never mind. It's like earlier today.
You've literally said things that are a block from my house.
This is earlier.
Honestly, now that I'm thinking of it, slightly problematic.
That's okay. I freaked out because I thought Lady Frost accidentally tweeted her home address. So I slid into the DMs and was like, "Yo, did you just put your address out?" And she's like, "No, that's the post office address." I'm like, "Oh, I forgot how post office addresses work." Because I thought you just get the PO box and like the zip code kind of takes care of it, kind of thing. I didn't know we put the street address of the thing again. But still, I was like, "Oh, good," because wrestling fans. And she's like, "Yeah, I know." So,
oh yeah.
Because I was like,
by the way, if Lady Frost is coming to Poughkeepsie, we need to facilitate that.
Yes, I will.
I don't know if she's up for the paper.
Well, I mean, she won't. I mean, she probably won't know for sure until a little closer. But
of course, yeah.
I mean, she's been on like at least the pre-show of every special in the last couple of months. So I'd say she'd be. I mean, she'd probably at least even just be around for whatever the taping is the next day, right?
That's what I would assume.
So,
yeah.
And Mike.
But so we definitely need to try and make that happen.
Yes.
I can't believe I'm going to an Impact show.
That's okay. I can't believe I'm doing what I might be doing.
I can't believe I'm going to an Impact show before I've gone to an AEW show.
Wow. Wow. That's interesting. Huh.
Yeah. I've had chances to go to AEW shows.
Yeah.
But, the COVID of it all.
You also, I think you have more that you like about Impact right now than AEW.
I'd say it's probably about the same.
Okay. All right.
I'd say there's more people I actively dislike in AEW.
Okay. Interesting.
Like, I hate that there's a Jericho Appreciation Society.
I love
just
it.
in general.
I love it.
Honestly, fuck Chris Jericho.
Okay. For wrestling reasons, I love it.
For wrestling reasons, it's fine, but
I get you weren't that as big of a Chris Jericho fan going into it, so that's fine.
Oh no, I was up until a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I know.
I have his books and several of his shirts. Then he started talking outside of wrestling.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I listen, and I will reiterate. There's I love Mission Impossible, but I don't give a shit what Tom Cruise says. Anyways, where are we at? Wait,
wrestling.
Oh, there it is. We're still talking about Blazing Saddles in the chat.
And why not? It worked for Blazing Saddles. Love Robin Hood Man in Tights. Love it so much. I just watched it like a week ago.
So I am rediscovering the Broken Lizard series because I've been watching Tacoma FD.
Okay.
And just grabbed because I had some credits on Amazon for Prime Days and just picked up Super Troopers 2. Super Troopers 1, by the way, still holds up. And I got Beer Fest on the wait list. I don't know if I'm going to go back with Club Dread. I don't know if I can do that to myself again.
Club Dread. Well, I saw that exactly one time.
Yeah, me too.
And that was
I think I watched it and I'm like, I don't know about this one.
So, also, you know what you should watch if you're in a mood to watch movies of a certain era? If you can find it, find Van Wilder freshman year.
Oh wow. It was a National Lampoon, right?
Yeah. Have you seen it?
I'm sure I did back in the day. Like rented it.
It oddly holds up.
Because that would be.
It's not as good as the Ryan Reynolds Van Wilder, but it's pretty close.
Yeah. Because I feel like that's of the era of a teenage Sorg that thinks like American Pie is the best thing ever. That I would.
And don't get me wrong, American Pie movies, mostly okay.
Yeah.
Little problematic.
Great for the era. Great for the era.
And
right?
I'm gonna say this: the wedding scene at American Wedding. If you like kind of grew up with those characters and you've watched it, genuinely heartwarming, because Allison Hannigan is a fucking treasure.
Absolutely.
Yes. In fact, no one tell my wife this. That is where I got our wedding song from. She doesn't listen to the show, and she's asleep now. So
that's right.
But I played her the song. She's like, "Oh, I like the song. Where'd you get it from?" I'm like, "You don't want to know." Okay.
Okay.
She liked the song though. So
yeah.
It's a good song. Van Morrison. Love it.
I don't know where to go from here. What was I talking about?
I don't know.
What were we talking about? I've been watching not Blaze, Super Troopers. Yes. Have I talked about Severance on this show?
No.
Do you know about this show on Apple TV?
No, I don't have Apple TV.
It's got the guy from Parks and Rec and Party Down. Okay. It's got Christopher Walken in it. Oh yes, because I got the wrong name. I thought it was Stanley Tucci, but it's the other guy that was in the Batman. We did talk about this.
Yes, we did. Okay,
and it's fucking creepy, and it's getting creepier. But don't worry, you have Christopher Walken to creep you out more in a special way.
Okay. I also just watched Yellow Jackets.
And
I liked it less and less as the series went on.
This is the thing about the Lakers?
No.
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 What's that thing about the Lakers I keep seeing? That says, I believe in sex and basketball. It's like,
now
Now
I want to see that version of the show.
You told me. I know you
Yellow
told me
Jackets
about this.
is the show about the all-girl soccer team where their plane crashes, and it's Lord of the Flies.
Oh, right. Wait, this is serious?
Although now I want to see the version of Yellow Jackets
with the LA Lakers,
where it's the Showtime Lakers and their plane crash. That's what I want to see now, and you've put that in my brain.
Yes.
And I can't ignore it.
Oh my God! I have too many depressing shows on my watch list right now. I need to watch this Adam Project because Ryan Reynolds can do no wrong. I need to. I mean, they got a WeWork docu-series happening. There's this Red Panda movie that just came out. I got Scream.
Oh, that's really good.
It's very cute. I got Scream 4 and 5 I need to catch up on. Samuel L. Jackson has this Last Days of Ptolemy Gray, but that I'm sure is just going to make me have an existential crisis that I'm already in the middle of. Upload just came back for season 2. I still got about 30 episodes left of Dragon Ball Super.
Wow. Okay. Turning Red is adorable.
Yes. Picard. Also Picard's episode 2. Discovery I got to finish.
And Sorg, I don't want to add to your list, but in a couple weeks we got Hello There. Obi-Wan.
Oh. Is that only a couple weeks away?
A couple weeks away.
Missy got a like 6 Star Wars coffee cup thing, and she finally broke it out. And she was drinking from the Obi-Wan cup, and I was like, "You're gonna need that in a couple of weeks, or a few weeks."
Yeah.
Winning Time is the show that I was talking about.
Yes, Winning Time.
I never caught the name because I get turned right off when they talk about sex and basketball, and there's just cheerleaders, and I'm like, "Well, this isn't something."
I'm curious about that show. I'm probably going to watch it.
It's got John C. Reilly actually, so I don't know. I didn't even finish the Michael Jordan documentary.
Wait, you didn't finish Last Dance?
I got like 2 or 3 episodes in. And
hold on. It's
on Netflix. I didn't watch it like when it came out.
Sorg,
or anything.
Did you see the episode about Dennis Rodman?
Not likely.
You need to, as a wrestling fan.
Oh, they get into that.
They dig
You
into
have
it.
my interest.
They dig into it.
Okay.
And it's crazier than you remember it from the 90s. It's crazier. Like it's wild. It's excellent stuff.
Wait, they have a third Walking Dead show?
There's a new one coming out. Yeah.
Oh wow. Well, this looks out actually.
Oh, then there's a fourth one coming out.
World Beyond?
No, that one hasn't come out yet. I don't think they just announced it.
October 10th, 2021.
Oh,
just
and there's a fourth one coming out.
Okay, maybe this is the web series I heard about.
That's probably a web series.
Yeah, it's on like the AMC Plus. It looks like.
Yeah.
Sorry. Now.
And Tina says also on March 30th, Moon Knight is coming out.
Jeez, what a like right when I need to like leave for 2 weeks. So. Jeez, I'm complaining about going to WrestleMania in California. Jeez. I think I'm skipping Universal Studios though. Hold off until next year when Super Mario World happens. That's where I'm
Makes
at.
sense.
That's where I'm at.
I stand by it. Have you ever been to Universal?
No, never. Actually.
I would hold off till next year then, because if Mario's the new thing, Harry Potter might be less crowded.
I don't.
So you might be able to enjoy it more.
Mike, I don't care about the Harry Potter world.
Sorg, all right, I
don't care enough to pick that over other things.
Sorg,
that's just
Sorg,
not the thing. It's
not
magic. It's magic.
Sorg,
It'll be nice,
it's magic.
but I'm not going to appreciate as much as I would like the Star Wars world. You know what I mean?
Sorg, you have plenty of time to listen to 7 audiobooks. That's all I'm saying.
You would think, right? I was just thinking I need to finish reading Why the Last Man. Last the Why Man? Yeah, sure.
Why the Last Man? Yeah.
I watched the series and it intrigued me, and then I knew the series ended, so I'm like, well, I gotta fucking find out what the hell's going on here. And now I'm like deep in, and I was deep into the thing, and then I started playing video games again. So I'm like, well, I guess that's where I'm at. I just go through these waves. It's like, I want to play a lot of video games. I'm going to read a lot of comic books. What do I do with that last 2 hours of my awakeness in a day, kind of thing. So I want to watch all the Dragon Ball shows. I want to watch New Japan for a period. I need to watch this thing about wrestling on a train on DDT Pro. I'm not watching enough of that Wrestle Universe, but I just love that I do have the access. Mike, I should probably close the show because I'm just like going through my Apple TV.
But you know what? I mean, yeah.
Oh my God, I did. By the way,
oh boy,
I will have you know, I am trying to make inroads to go to Seattle.
Wow.
Because I talked with somebody that was in my fucking car all weekend that's been working the West Coast, and I know they work up there, and I was like, Joe, let me know if there's any way for me to do work in Seattle. And he's like, reach out to these guys. And I was like, Joe, let me know. I gotta get out. I gotta get out in the Northwest. So I'm trying. Yeah. Mike,
okay.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Hey, we're gonna have a guest tomorrow. I didn't tell you.
Who is it, Sorg?
Who is it? He's one of your favorites. I don't know, maybe he is. Tony Kincaid's coming back.
He's all right.
He's all right. He's all right.
He's all right.
He's all right.
He's all right.
He's a guy.
By the way, we also need to ask Chad tomorrow, on a ruling if we can use Stone Cold Steve Austin and Mayhem Mania now.
I think that's fair.
I think it's fair game too.
I think you can put him in a match. It doesn't mean he's going to do a full match, but you can put him in a match. I feel
like because I mean, that's an opportunity.
Special opportunity, a unique opportunity.
A unique opportunity. Yes, indeed.
All right, we're gonna get out of here so I can tell Mel's story to Mad Mike, and I'll tell any of you in the DMs too, maybe. But thank you everybody for joining us. We'll see you guys next time. Where the hell is my outro at? Mayhem out. Stay tuned for Soak Stuff.
One more.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.